Hello, welcome back, and welcome to our segment, No Filter, the unfiltered and heart-to-heart segment of the Sisaundra Show. In No Filter, we've turned the spotlight onto you, our incredible TSS tribe, as you've sent in questions from love to the twist of entrepreneurship, from the path of healing to the pursuit of dreams. Your questions have formed the compass guiding our discussions. Are you ready, Jeff?
I'm ready.
All right. Here we go. Let's rock. Here we go. So, this question is from Michael. Michael says, negative self-perception can be a barrier to personal growth. What strategies do you use to empower individuals to overcome self-doubt and embrace their uniqueness?
I would say the strategies that I try to, tell the kids is just to, be yourself. Like, that's the easiest way to overcome, self-doubt, because once you believe in yourself and your abilities, and you just know, like, okay, I'll be more confident because you'll be more willing to put more and bet on yourself more. Like, don't, just because someone is saying, oh, you can't do it, or you're listening to all these outside worlds, I'll be there to show them, like, see, I'm from the same place you guys are from, and I've went through a similar thing.
That's what I was going to ask you. Have you ever gone through self-doubt yourself?
Yeah, and that was, like, me being, like, a first-generation college student in my family. Like, I was, like, going through classes. I'm like, I don't even know, like, if I'm going to be able to finish this. Do I want to stick this out? But it's, like, I've always had that in my back of the mind. You got to have your why. If you have your why, you're gonna overcome any self-doubt, because it's not just about you at that point anymore.
It's so true.
It's about other people. So your self-doubt kind of doesn't even matter anymore, to a sense, because you're doing it for others. So,
exactly. When you tie your success to the sacrifices that have been made for you and the sacrifices that you've made, I think it pushes you even more forward. It's like, I can't let my family down. Right. I can't let my community down. And when you're an athlete, everybody's like behind you cheering. So it's like, I really can't let my community down. Or a singer like myself, or, I mean, when you're in the public's eye and they're pushing you, I think the last thing you want to do is let your self-doubt determine how everyone is viewed that have supported you throughout your career.
Right, and me having, 6 siblings, like I said earlier, I've already knew, like, I'm gonna be the one that they look up to, and I have to be the one to set that example of what they should be in life, whatever they decide to put their mind to and end up doing. Like, I want to be the way to show you that whatever you do, just be the best at it.
It's so true. How do you get a kid or even someone in your family to understand that it's cool to be who they are? Sometimes, or a lot of people think that it's cooler to be that person that everyone's looking at. Like, oh my God, everybody thinks they're so awesome. I need to be like that. When the real coolness is what dwells within you. How do you get someone to see that?
And basically what we do at all our events, we incorporate every child. So every child is going to have something to do. We're going to put every child on that spotlight so they can have their moment. Yes. So, everyone's encouraging them, they're cheering them on and making them feel like, worthy of themselves, that they're doing, good. So we incorporate that at every event, and just making all the kids feel welcome and inclusive, so they know, like, they have nothing to be worried about. Because if I'm just out here being myself and everyone's here clapping me up, cheering, saying, you got this, good job, way to go, getting that encouragement, they wouldn't need to feel like to be anyone else, because they know that they're getting, the respect and love for being themselves.
I love it.
So
y'all better come on. That was a great answer. Now, can I ask you, what did you major in at FIU?
At FIU, I had a marketing major.
Okay, Brainiac.
So,
y'all know what marketing means, right?
So yeah, I took the business track in college, and the first year I started in 2019, so that was pre-COVID. So I was taking my courses and I was doing fine, and then COVID hit, and then everything went online and everything got messed up, and then that's when that self-doubt started to kick in. And I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to finish these classes online by myself, trying to learn all this. But like I said, when you have your why, you're gonna figure things out to just get it done, because I know this whole journey, everything that I went through has all been worth it. To just see the smiles on, like, everyone that we helped face and, like, my family's face, like, it's all worth it at the end of the day. So.
Amen to that. You are definitely a hero, period. Y'all, come on. So this next question, that was a great answer. This question is from Alex. Alex is saying acts of kindness ripple outwards.
Right.
How do we inspire a culture where people not only empower themselves, but also actively seek to uplift those around them?
And
how do we inspire that culture?
Shout out to Alex for this question, because this is definitely something we've been looking, to find out different ways to get the community more involved. So one thing that we've decided to do is just to get out in the community ourselves and take that first step to show everyone, like, this is what we're trying to do, and this is how you get involved. And we're going to be out here, whether it's 10 people at our event, 2 people at our event, 50 or 100, we're going to be out there to show everyone, like, this is what we have to do. We have to come together. And like I've been saying,
that's the right attitude.
These past couple of months, like I've been saying, I've been working on networking, being back in my community, because for the last 4 years, I was actually down in Miami in college. So all the events and everything that we were putting on, I was putting on from Miami and finding time to come back during the season, like on a weekend real quick, to put together an event. So now with me being back here, more and on more full time, that I actually have the time to go out to all these different businesses and speak to people face to face, to make that connection, to show them, like, this is what we have to do and this is how we take the first step. Because if we want to, obviously, we always wish for these things to, come to our communities and help us out, but can no one help you if they don't know what you need help with? So
that's so true.
One thing I've always known was, like, closed mouths don't get fed.
You better say it again for the people in the back.
So if you want something, I'm big on like, manifesting it. So if you want it, you gotta speak it. You gotta go out. You gotta take that first step, and you gotta get it done.
Yes.
So far as the community, like, we're just going to keep taking those steps out, keep having events out in the community, keep putting out our message on what we're trying to do.
And telling people, yes, we can. Yes, you can, together, united, right?
And I think eventually, like, people will start to follow, because we've been getting so much love and more, like, respect from the community. Like, our past event we just had August 6th, our back to school giveaway. We had the Altamont Elementary principal come out from one of our elementary schools in our city. So just people are starting to, like, recognize us more, and they're starting to come out and show their support and love.
That's so awesome.
So just keep taking those first steps and not letting anyone, like, have that self-doubt creep in, and just keep going and just keep going. So we're just going to keep having our events and keep delivering our message to the community, showing, like, together we're better.
Keep showing out.
All the time.
Every day. I love it. That's fantastic. Great answer. All right, so this next question is from Carla. Carla says, what are some accessible ways for someone like me to learn more about the Black community's history, culture, and the incredible contributions it has made? Ooh,
so
how?
I believe
That's a good question, huh?
The best place to honestly start, like, around in this area, I know Seminole County, like, we have a lot of historic buildings around this area, especially in Eatonville, being one of the first, Black cities that ever been in this area. So, like, Eatonville itself has a lot of great history that you can go in, drive through and see all the historic monuments and visit the libraries. To
learn more about Zora Neale Hurston.
And actually, when I walked in, you guys have, like, some artifacts out there about the Black communities and, the ancient history. And I was actually reading up on it, and I was actually intrigued, because there's so much stuff that we don't really get to see with, like, today's technology and social media. Like, it's kind of like, you see what you want to see. Like,
it's so true, and
like,
you learn what they want you to learn. Of course, that's what we're understanding now, especially in the state of Florida with Governor DeSantis. I'm not going to pull politics in here real deeply, but they are taking away. They don't want the critical theory. There's so much they don't want Black culture to be exposed to, or not even just Black culture. Everyone to learn about Black culture. It's being taken away, or it's kind of being, what's the word, guys? Y'all help me? Blocked, suppressed, all of those things. And so how do you learn about Black community when it's not going to be taught in the schools, or a very limited amount of it will be taught in schools? So I love your idea of just going around the community. There are museums that you can go and visit. Like, Google your city and find out different things that you can go and check out that will help teach you about Black culture. I love this question. Great answer. Thank you, Carla. All right, and so this next question is from Gerard. Do I say Gerard or Gerard? It's like tomato, tomato. Forgive me if I say it wrong.
Get some help.
Thanks a lot. So trauma-informed education is crucial. What changes can schools and institutions make to better support students who have experienced trauma in their lives?
And this is actually something that I've been looking to actually get involved in. I've been speaking with Altima Elementary again, and they actually have a behavior specialist position open at the school.
Excellent.
And they want me to fill that role, so then I'll be basically, working with students like this with, having like learning disabilities or they have some type of trauma that, back in their past that's making them struggle in school and not be able to fully like focus all the way in school. So I just feel like what schools can do is change the people that's in charge of the kids, to have someone that can mainly relate to them more instead of being someone who is just like, oh, this is the authority, this is the person in charge that I just have to go see every Tuesday, every once a week, and they don't never form that connection to really make that change that they're looking for. So just putting, the right people in the right roles to, actually connect with the children and see what's really the problem, what's really going on, and not just there like, oh yeah, I'm just here because I'm getting paid to do this role, or this is something that the school board wants us to incorporate, so we're just going to, do it.
Following this mandate,
stay along with the guidelines. Like you actually have to put in the work with the children to
you
make
sound
that
like
connection.
the perfect person to fill that role. Are you contemplating?
No, I'm actually not contemplating. It's just
something. You ain't
something,
contemplating.
It's something in the works. It's a new position, so they're still figuring out the description of the job and actually everything they want me to do. So, like I already told her, like I'm interested. I'm 100% on board.
Okay, so it ain't no contemplation.
Yeah, I told her.
In now.
I told her like I'm actually on board. So, like even with her coming out to our past event, like that was like the start of something because she's new at Altima Elementary. This is only her second year. So she's made it known and clear to me that she wants to get back into the community. And, I just want to be that bridge to help the schooling and the community to come back together.
Leadership. So if you have the principal saying that to you, imagine if she's saying that to everyone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Then everybody's got action items and ready to get up and be motivated to help the children. Right. That's incredible. Yes. Listen, it's time for us to go. Time just flew by, didn't it?
Yes.
It was such a pleasure sitting here and chatting with you. Thank you for everything that you're doing in the community and beyond. We wish you continued success because your success is our children's success.
Yes.
To all of our viewers, God bless you. Until next time, we'll see you right here.
Oh yeah, I'm ready. You ready, sis? Just scan that QR code at the bottom of your screen.
Thank you so much.
Because we've got so much more exclusive content for you right here on the Sisaundra Show. That's only on Afro TV, Comcast Xfinity Channel 1623. Yeah. And don't go nowhere. Don't put that remote down. Stick and stay. We've got plenty more great entertainment for you right here on Afro TV.
If you are at work, at home, y'all drop everything and tune in because it's time for the Sisaundra Show! Yeah! Listen, I'm just kidding. Don't y'all get fired. Don't drop everything at work. Listen, speaking of fired, y'all...